The best 60 seconds from Keanu Reeves' 4 films. For nearly 10 years, the John Wick franchise has displayed some of the best moments in action movies with its well-choreographed stunts and combat scenes. The John Wick films have not only been a worldwide success, but they have also reinvented the wheel in terms of the genre's potential, thanks to the series' brilliant use of cinematography and soundtrack, as well as its perfectly cast protagonist. The franchise has had such an impact that practically any action scene from any of the 4 films can be considered one of the best fight scenes ever. Aside from the mind-blowing action scenes, the John Wick franchise has received recognition for its storytelling and world-building, both of which have resulted in the production of a spin-off series. The John Wick saga has gone to tremendous measures to ensure moviegoers have more than just gore and viscera to dig their teeth into, which is unusual for an action film, let alone a whole franchise. With a John Wick spin-off film in the works and a possible John Wick 5, the original 4 films already have some of the best action movie sequences. The John Wick franchise differs from previous action series in that the inciting incident or reason for the plot's occurrence is not what most long-standing action fans are accustomed to. Viewers have grown accustomed to the initiating incident being something like to the murder of a wife or the betrayal of a former Marine, but Wick provides its audience with something far more unusual. Wick's wife has already died during the events of the plot, as seen in the first act of the first film, ruling out that viewpoint, and all he wants to do is go around in his Boss 429 Mustang and care for his puppy. While the audience finally sees Wick bond with the puppy, his first minute with the beagle is the film's best moment. Wick and the audience haven't had much opportunity to get to know the puppy up to this point. However, given that the dog was a gift from his late wife, his readiness to bond with the puppy without hesitation was a good approach to communicate that the dog was worth fighting for. Furthermore, it demonstrates that, above all, Wick is loyal to people he trusts and loves, which has benefited him throughout the franchise. Whereas John Wick presented spectators to some of the most innovative and realistic action scenes ever committed to film, John Wick Chapter 2 outdid itself. In yet another twist on action movie conventions, John Wick Chapter 2 not only included more blood and explosives, but it also delves deeper into the lore behind the now legendary Continental. Aside from Wick, spectators learn that there are numerous more very competent assassins, and they are quickly introduced to one of the deadliest, Cashin. Cashin, played by rapper-actor Common, is portrayed as a soft-spoken, professional, stone-cold killer and is even the first enemy to genuinely give Wick a run for his money and fight. While their underground shooting was hilariously lethal, and their ensuing knife fight aboard the train was among the best action in the John Wick franchise, it's the minute between the shootout and the knife fight that stands out the most. Without saying a single word, these men transmit so much killing intent through their eyes that the tension is amplified and could have been sliced with one of their blades. John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum continues the franchise's history of wowing audiences and grossing big bucks at the box office. With the release of John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum in 2019, the stakes were escalated significantly, with practically every assassin under the Continental banner seeking for Wick's blood. Furthermore, it revealed who Wick's genuine allies were, since Winston, Charon, and the Bowery King were the only people willing to risk their lives for the marked man. While John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum is chock full of amazing moments, one of the best comes in the closing minute of the film, when the Bowery King just asks Wick if he's upset after witnessing Wick endure torturous events one after the other. Wick responds, "Yeah," barely alive and nearly out of breath, but Keanu Reeves' delivery of the line sums up the intensity of all 3 films and goes to black. It's a little scene, but it sticks with you long after the credits have rolled, and it's an excellent way to set off John Wick Chapter 4.